Hey, welcome back to If I Only Knew. My name is Lavard. Today is my 31st day fasting. I'm at my friend's house, hanging out, chilling in the guest room, decided to meditate. While I was meditating, the clear thought came into my head: your past does not equal your future. I thought that was like amazing, when I started to get that feeling and that thought pattern. Because how many of us are so concerned with the future because of the way we live currently, or the way our past was? We think it's going to be the same most of the time. And how do you break that? Well, the ways that you break that is through being mindful of what you're putting into your subconscious mind. See, because you can't get caught up in all the doom and gloom that is being projected 24/7 on all the major media outlets, the movies, TV, social media, the music that we listen to, especially the news. All of this is projecting fear. It's projecting the devastation of the world, and being afraid of your neighbor. So if we have all of that, which it absolutely works, because my grandparents, they were the most amazing, carefree people that pretty much talked to everybody. But after watching the news 24/7 for years, they started to put bars on their windows. They started to lock up everything. To me, it was almost like they were a prisoner in their own home. Their interactions with people became different because it became filtered through the information that they were constantly being assaulted with through mass media. It changed their life, and it's changing the majority of the population's life. You see people working around being afraid of each other, and that is because of the conditioning that is happening. Remember, where energy flows, attention goes, or I think it's the opposite. Where attention goes, energy flows. Where attention goes, energy flows. So whatever you're putting your attention on, you're helping to create. You have to be real mindful of that. So instead of watching things and listening to things with a very negative, piercing energy, shift that. Instead of hanging around people that have a negative energy or the same energy. It's okay to be around them, loved ones and everything else, but you need to be around other people to get different content, because that is the most important thing you can do. Condition yourself instead of letting the population, the media, condition you. That is how you will take control of your life and not live in your past and create a different future. We got to be mindful. It takes work, and it's perfectly fine to communicate with people that you have never spoken to before randomly. I do it all the time. It may seem strange, but through those interactions and through those connections, you meet different people, you become friends with them, you get invited to different events that can completely shift the way you view something, and therefore shift the habits that you have and shift the actions that you will take. For instance, I just came from Tanzania festival in New York. So it was amazing, honestly. And I just did a video for you guys so you can watch that and kind of get a feel of what was going on. So through that event, of course, the conversations are going to be different from what's normal for me. The food, it looked completely great. I'm fasting, so I didn't eat anything, but other people was enjoying it. The music, the dancing, everything was completely different from my norm. So of course, I start to broaden my mindset, and that's what we all have to do, so that we continually remember, condition ourselves and to expand through the conversations that we have. This guy that I met the other day, he said something really profound. He said, what do you think one of the biggest barriers that we have with each other as humans? I said, what is it? He said, we do not talk to each other. And I said, wow, that's freaking an amazing thought, that we do not talk to each other. And if you think about it, we do walk around, we don't acknowledge people. You know, it's like nobody exists when you're walking down the street. You know, so if you have this kind of vibe, how could you learn from that person? Because everybody brings their own unique experiences to this world. Everything they went through, they've learned. Every single person on this planet has information that could help you out. That's why this whole new economy, the sharing economy, exists today. Because it's about sharing the content, the information that you have that somebody else doesn't have. Because everybody's living different realities, different lives. So everybody can have extremely meaningful effects to each other. You know, we all contribute to the energy and the reality that's being created. So if the agenda for the major big players on this planet is to promote fear and destruction, we have to be mindful of what we're promoting. For example, we're all like acupuncture needles into the planet, right? And each of us has its own energy field that's influencing people, animals, everything you could possibly imagine. We're influencing each other, and we're also putting that energy into the earth. So if that's the case, and that into the earth is into the meridian system, which influences the whole earth. So what are we contributing? Because each one of us makes major contributions, even if we're not aware of it. What are we contributing? Are we contributing something positive, something negative? You know, whatever we're contributing is always coming back to us, and is always being projected and coming back to us as a full circle. So that is one of the hugest things you can be aware of. There's something called the 100 monkey syndrome. Most of you guys are probably familiar with this. It was a study done that showed 100 monkeys learning how to wash off. It was some kind of fruit. And once those 100 monkeys knew how to wash the fruits, the whole population, the whole monkey population pretty much, knew how to wash the fruits automatically. So what that's saying is that once we come to a massive energy where it's so big, it will instantly affect everybody else on the planet. That's huge. So each one of us matters. So we have to do our due diligence and make sure that we're mindful and contributing in the most progressive way. You know, our thoughts, our emotions, our action, everything matters. Remember, it's our moment-to-moment choices that dictate our future. Remember that, because that is key. It's our moment-to-moment choices that dictate our future. Do not let anybody else condition you, unless they have the most Gandhi-like, you know, stuff going on, where it's the most positive, amazing things going on, and you can learn from them, you can absorb from them. That's perfectly fine. But just be mindful that you're not being conditioned in a negative way and using your energy to create a reality that none of us want, which is doom and gloom. You know, I could say the majority of us. It might be a couple of people twisted that might actually want some of that stuff. But it's up to us to take control of our own minds, our own subconscious, and create a reality of, you know, what I want is peace, love, and joyfulness. So that's what I'm being mindful of, and I'm putting out there for all of us, not only myself, because that's the reality that I choose. Yes, I see a shift. Yes, I see chaos, but I see something unraveling from the chaos that is almost like birth pains. So when you see in the chaos, and it seems to be getting worse, in labor, it seems to be getting worse before something else is beautiful that comes out of it. That's birth. Right? So let's not get caught up in what's going on around us like that. Let's maintain our energy in a most positive, joyful, and peaceful way, no matter what the chaos looks like. Let's not get caught up in it. That way we can help create a reality that is very amazing for all of us. Remember, your past does not equal your future. I hope this helps, guys. I just got up out of meditation and decided to share that. So, most people say they knew their life would be better. Now you know. Peace.